I want the steak bowl. Yeah, the steak, not the chicken. All right, I'll be around here. Hello, hello. Happy after Independence Day. Happy Friday after Independence Day. YouTube. What y'all doing? Because I know you're full. Oh, I like this. I like it. I ain't gonna even lie. I like it. It's like it's not tough. It had crispy. It had crispy edges. Yeah, it had crispy edges. Y'all go in there. Order me another one. All right. Y'all just pulled up, so it doesn't matter. I've been out here. Shoot. Yeah. I just know it smells good. It rained and it feels so good now. We've been outside like 2 hours. Hey, Jill. Jill, this wind is blowing. It feels so good out here now. This wind is blowing and it feels so good. Happy Friday. Happy post 4th of July. Happy post Independence Day. I know y'all still, I know y'all still out there eating up all the food. Yeah, it feels so good too. Oh my goodness, it feels good. It's nice to have this breeze. Everybody's got their car windows down. I guess they're saving on gas. I know some people say when you some people say that if you use your AC, you're using your gas. And some people say, well, if you let your windows down, you're using your gas because of the drag effect that the wind has on your car. And I'm like, I don't know. Both of them make sense. Hey, Alice. Welcome to the chat. You didn't eat that much, Jill? Alice, are you eating? Jill, you didn't eat that much? Oh, my goodness. Jill, I was eating throughout the night. I ain't gonna even lie. I was eating. You know I went house. You know what? I said I wasn't gonna cook. I wasn't gonna grill. And I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. Because everybody else did. Hey, Donna. Hey, Angel Eyes. Hey, Alice. Hey, ladies. Jill, Alice, Donna. Welcome into the chat. So how was your holiday? How did the holiday go, everybody? Alice said, no, ma'am. How did your holiday go? I know you got to trick the body. You got to trick the body. You got to work the body. Don't hurt the body. Work your body. Don't hurt your body. You got to trick it, though. You got to trick it. I always use these steps to trick the body. You never know. Stop. Hit these two. He thought I was done. 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 Going around in those circles. Going around in those circles. You got to keep your balance. You got to keep your balance. Jill says, hey, Donna. Alice says, hey, Donna. Angel Eyes 1111. Miss Donna. Hey, Key Kitchen. Key Kitchen, did you grill yesterday? Did you cook? What did you do? Jill says, hey, Key Kitchen and more. Tell me what y'all did. The holiday is over, so I want to know what you guys had. Look, I had chicken, grilled salmon, grilled veggies, what do you call those skewers? Filled with vegetables. Y'all had, I ain't gonna even lie to you, chocolate chip cookies, ice cream. I had, I had a ball. I had a ball. Miss Key Kitchen says, hey Jill, hey Alice. Alice speaking too. Thank you, Donna, for welcoming Key Kitchen in. But yeah, I had a lot. We had a lot. So that's a good thing. Like, when you have family who like to cook, who love to grill, look, sometimes nobody does a thing, right? But most of the time, when you got a lot of people in your family or a lot of friends, and they like cooking, they like grilling, look, you could just be like, I'm not doing anything. I went to work for a few hours. I wasn't anticipating that, but I did. I was like, let me get in on this double time too. Okay. Jill said, I just chilled with my neighbors and my girls. Jill, see, Jill and her girls, I love that. Y'all, when the kids still love to be around you, that's a blessing, okay? Now we know sometimes they want their space. They like their space, just like the parents do. But a lot of times, when our kids get to be adults, seems like they start wanting to hang around you a little bit more. What's going on, Big Kane, bro? Big Kane, this is a record. This is a record. You have come into 3 straight lives, and I appreciate it. Okay? I appreciate you. You know I'm always talking about we need the testosterone around, okay? We need the men to help us navigate some things, okay? Can't stay, but I hit the like. Thank you, Kane. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Yes, please tap that screen a couple of times and hit that like button. Tap those 3 dots to the top right. It'll pop up and you can hit the like. I would appreciate it. Look, if you don't like to do that, I ain't gonna fuss at you. All right? Because if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. You can tap the notification bell, my doorbell. Okay? You can drop down and say hello. You don't have to hang around. You can leave a comment or 2. You can engage as much as you would like. Just keep it positive. Okay? Keep it positive. We like to try to run a good ship over here. Okay? We are human. Sometimes we might disagree, but even when we disagree, we want to keep it positive. We want to disagree in the right way. All right? So if you are bored, guess what? I like that. I like that, because we're just over here to talk. You know, if you want to keep it positive, if keeping it positive bores you, then I'm sorry. I don't know. That's what we like to do. We're human. We get out of pocket sometimes, but we try not to. That's not the goal. All right? That's not the mission. That's not the mission. That's not the goal at all. Okay? We don't bother anybody, and we don't plan on bothering anybody. Kane says, hey, ladies. Donna says, thank you for joining the live tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you, Donna. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining the live, okay? I don't know, but from my viewpoint, the chat makes the live work just as much as the content creator, okay? Now, if nobody came in the chat, then it'll be up to the content creator. Just do what you do, all right? You came on for a reason. You came on hoping that somebody would join, but if they didn't, you're gonna do whatever it is that you're doing on here, right? Whether it's cooking, playing basketball, you sit the phone up and play basketball, whatever it is, we appreciate you guys for coming in. I know I do. I often say I appreciate my subscribers, I appreciate my moderators, and I appreciate YouTube. Because for all the fussing and babbling we do against YouTube, we are still using their platform, whether it's for just fun, to learn, to teach, to exercise, to cook, to show our family what our family is doing, like the family channels. I often tell y'all I love the family channels. I love the interracial family channels because families have it hard sometimes, okay? and they particularly have it hard. So I really like to watch them. I like to watch how they navigate, and how they deal with certain situations that pop up. I really do. Everybody speaking to Big Kane. Thank you, Jill and Donna, for welcoming Big Kane. Yes, yes, Alice. Positivity is key. A lot of times, I don't know. You try to explain that and explain your way that you're trying to be positive and why you're trying to be positive. But everybody's view for you and your channel is not your view, so they won't always understand it. But hey, you understand it. You don't do all your hard work for nothing, right? As long as you understand it and those who truly support you understand it, you keep moving just like you did the very first time you hit that live button when nobody was with you. Or you know what? I'll correct that. I'll say a select few. Okay? But as far as going live, you didn't know what was going to happen. But I had a select few. I had Jill. I had Chef. I had a couple of people who I don't see on here as much anymore. They're doing some other things. They're handling life. I had Rock. So they would come into the live, and that was how you got your support. So those people understand because they're your day ones. Then you gather people as you go, like Angel, okay? And then people like Miss Alice who comes over often to support. So they understand that the importance of the app is different for different people. The importance of the app is different for different people. It may be simply one thing to you, but simply something else to someone else. And you can't judge the next person for taking it more seriously. And you can't judge the person who doesn't take it as seriously. You just have different journeys and different pathways. Donna says, we appreciate you as well. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for that, Donna. Before beginning any workout regimen, please contact your PCP, okay? Your primary care provider, okay? Your physician, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your nutritionist, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, your trainer, your personal trainer. It is a collaborative effort, all right? It's a collaborative effort. And yes, you want to burn those calories, but guess what? Even though you burn calories with the activities that you participate in, if you go and you eat them right back in, you take them right back in, then you'll start to feel like, why am I exercising and not seeing any results? Well, if you burn 1,000 calories, right, and you go and eat 1,500 calories, well, you just defeated your results. You just defeated your results. Hey, Ace Bricks and Pieces, how are you? Donna says, welcome. And you guys, please, the content creators in this chat, I think everybody is. So support positive content, good content. And if the content is not what you like, if it's positive, please at least give them a thumbs up. Give the people a thumbs up. Subscribe to them and just help them out. It's about supporting each other. And that's one thing that needs more support. Good positive content. Good positive content. You don't have to always like it, and then sometimes it's not that you don't like it. You're just not into it. But it's nice to network, and it's nice to see what other people do and help them out when you can. Help them out by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Liking, commenting, and subscribing. Help them out. Tap the notification bell so that you'll be notified when they upload a video, a short, or go live. Focus on helping them out. Okay? And hopefully they'll return the favor. But y'all, look. So I found chicken at a family member house. Look, I found the whole deal for real. But as far as like the meats that I wanted, I didn't want any ribs. But I wanted chicken. I wanted salmon. And I wanted any kind of fish. Because I don't know about you guys, but do you grill your fish often? I usually like kind of not really blackened, but like on the top of the stove, some olive oil, some avocado oil, something like that. And I kind of cook my fish on top of the stove like that, not frying it, just kind of pan searing it, just cooking it through until it's done. Flip it a couple of times depending on which fish it is. And I like it like that. Now, of course, I love fried catfish and fried whitening from time to time. But, you know, you don't want to eat it fried all the time. You know, and some people can't eat it any other way. Some people say that they cannot do baked fish, they can't do blackened fish, and they can't do grilled fish. They just don't like it. They don't like it. I'm fixing me a salad right now. What are you putting in it, Jill? Donna, I love salmon too. I do. I love salmon too. Salmon is delicious. I really do. Miss Alex, you usually bake fish? Yeah, I love baked fish. I do. I love baked fish. Um, it's just that in the summertime, and you know what, Alex, that's usually when you crave it. It's like in the summertime, I'm trying to keep the oven off. Like the top of it, the stove, it even gets hot. But that oven, oh my gosh, I try to keep it off. But it seems like, oh my goodness, it seems like that's when you most want something. You know, when it's hot outside, that's when you most want to bake something. But yeah, I love salmon. I love whitening. And I'm just, you know what, I just left the tilapia alone. Because they have just given tilapia a bad name. Now they say it's all chemically and genetically engineered and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. And I mean, y'all remember when tilapia got like, it was maybe the early 2000s. And it was like, everybody was like, I like tilapia, I like tilapia. It was like it was this new thing. So I kind of started believing people when they talk about it's all genetically modified and stuff. Because before the early 2000s, I didn't hear a lot about tilapia. I really didn't. I heard about all the other ones, but not tilapia. And so now I'm kind of like, I just don't mess with it. But it's a good fish when you cook it. Well, it tastes good. I don't know if it's good for you. And that's just like with anything that we cook. You know, a lot of times we make it not good for us because of the way that we cook it. So now if I'm hungry and somebody has tilapia, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna eat it. Okay. But I don't buy it. I try not to buy it. But I have bought it though. I have bought it. Alice says, yes, Angel Eyes. Jill says, I love baked fish, but it has to be meaty like flounder, grouper. Yes. Jill, when it's baked, it's so, what the heck? Girl, they playing games? What the? It has to be, oh my God, it has to be something like that. There's something to give it a meaty, like a meaty taste. Y'all, they out here, I don't know what they doing. I don't want to say they playing with the ambulance truck, but, I mean the ambulance van, but they doing something. And they just sitting out here in the parking lot. Donna says she doesn't really care for tilapia. Me either. It was just like, when it first came out, that's as early as I can remember it. I don't know when people really started to talk about it, but I can remember it like maybe 2005, 6. And I know that because I went to a cousin's graduation. She graduated and we went out to eat. And everybody was ordering the tilapia. And I'm like, I had heard of it then, but I wasn't a big fan of it because I had never really tried it. So when I tried it, I liked it. But then like a few years later, everybody started talking about it so badly. Jill says, I don't eat tilapia. That's not a real fish. Right. That's a man-made. Right, Jill. That's what I'm saying. So I don't mess with it. I don't mess with it because they say it is man-made. Donna says she likes whitening. Did I spell that right? Is it, I think is it WITENING? Whitening? I don't know. That might be right the way you spelled it, Donna. I buy it and I can't even remember. It's kind of like lightning. Some people spell it LIGHTNING, and then some people put the ENING. But I know both of them aren't correct though. Oh, Jill says I love porgies and whitenings. Do y'all like what is it? Dang it. It's the ones with the real little bones, the brim and is it crappie? Do y'all like those? You went to the dentist today, you can't chew nothing. Uh-oh. I hope everything is good, but I know how it is when you go to the dentist and you have a procedure, then you gotta wait Wait before you feel like you can chew. And sometimes you can chew and it still feels funny for a minute. Alice says it's whiting. Okay, whiting. Yeah, look, Alice. I look. Sometimes I don't know. I hear people say whitening. I hear people say whitening. I'm like, that's like whitening your teeth, right? I'm like, whitening is like whitening your teeth. Donna says buffalo. Yes, buffalo. So is it what, buffalo brim? I just hear people say brim and crappie. Is that what it is? Y'all, now I think they're real. That's some good fish. Oh, you lost a feeling? Okay, okay. Oh yeah, you have to get those put back. You lose a feeling, you got to be on top of it, because you probably can eat for a little bit, and the next thing you know, that thing hurt you like crazy. That will hurt you like crazy. Yes, Jill said, sorry to hear that, Angel. I hope you have some soup or something. Alice, I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, that's like whitening. It's like whitening your teeth. So I didn't even try. I just see the bag and grab it. But I sure do. I hear people say both ways. But that's what I thought. I thought it was the W-I-T. What is it? W-H-I-T-N-I-N-G. Whitening. But so what did Jill say she likes? She likes the she might have called the ones I was about to ask about. Flounder, grouper, salmon steaks, or red snapper. Okay, yeah, that's what I was about to ask about, red snapper. If you guys eat red snapper. So Jill likes red snapper. Do any of you guys eat red snapper? It's so funny that a lot of people haven't had the more common fish. You know, the more common names that we see. A lot of people haven't had those. They kind of just stick to whitening, salmon, catfish. So I was surprised, and I'm not a big flounder eater either, but I've had it. It's not one of my favorites. It seems to be kind of meaty, but sometimes y'all, have you noticed that, of course, like with most things, it depends on the maker. Let's see, Jill, I made potato salad yesterday. Oh, okay, so I'm going to eat some of that when it gets room temp. So you like your potato salad room temp, Donna? Because I do. I do not like cold potato salad. Is that strange? Jill says, that's perfect, Donna. I eat all types of fish. I don't like shark. Okay, you don't like shark? Hey, Albert, welcome to the chat. What you got going on today, Albert? What you got going? Albert, what kind of fish do you like? So yes, y'all, that fish off the grill yesterday was so good. It was good to spend time with family and friends. Getting in the pool for a little bit. That water felt so good. Alice says, hi, Albert. Donna says, welcome in, Albert. Albert, what you got up? What you got up? What you doing? What did you do? How did you celebrate yesterday, Albert? Did I go live yesterday? I think I did for like 30 minutes. Because I'm starting to kind of, think of YouTube like, when you're at work and the holiday rolls around, you want to be off. Like, those are definitely good times to just kind of take off. Take off of social media. But sometimes it's fun. Now, sometimes it's fun, especially when people share like what they're doing, like what they're cooking, even if they don't like literally show it and they're just talking about it. Like if they're just talking about it, telling you, what they and their family have planned and what they're doing, even if you can just hear it in the background. So for people who live alone or people who don't really get out and celebrate much, then the app could be great, because it's great to sit back sometimes and listen to people having fun during the holiday. Welcome in, Albert. Donna says, I like it cold, but my tooth, okay, it's sensitive. I got you to that cold right now. Thank you, Donna. Welcome to Lions Prize Walk and Talk. We appreciate you for joining tonight. Yes, and we want to motivate you to get up and move. Walk, jog, run, skip, hop, sprint, swim, jump rope, skate, dance, ride your bicycle, your stationary bicycle, walk your treadmill, get on your elliptical. There are 14 things I just named that we can do. So you can mix it up when you hit a plateau and you look like you're not progressing, or if you just simply get bored. We just named 14 things that you can do. Okay, Jill. Okay, thank you, Jill. So we just named 14 things that you can do, right? And as well as you want to work those muscles, we think radar. You begin and end the same, stretching. All right, you want to start off stretching while you prepare to make that a part of your warm up. That's the first part. So that's a part of your warm up. Then you want to gradually get that heart rate up by doing some lunges, some squats or something. You'll start to notice it. You'll feel it. Now, that's okay as long as it's not feeling too strenuous. And then you go into your workout. Okay? So our appetizer is our warm up. Our exercise workout, that's our entree. That's the main portion. And then we cool down. That's the dessert. And you cool down the way you started. Instead of getting the heart rate up, you bring it back down to normal resting heart rate. And then you stretch. You stretch. Okay, you stretch. And it doesn't matter if you're just going to walk, if you're going to lift, if you're going to, whether it's weight training, resistance exercises, or walking, any type of cardio, you want to do that. And you can do cardio every day. Now, if you're good at doing it just 5 days a week, even if you're committed to 3 days a week, if you're consistent, then that's okay as well. But a lot of people will do 5 days a week to 7 days a week. Just in case they miss a day or two, then they feel like they've still gotten in the requirements that they feel that they need to meet for their bodies. Okay? So do what you can when you can. And whenever you feel like you can't do it, whether it's in the middle of your workout session or if it's just a day and you get up and you're not feeling it, it's okay to take a break. So that's why I like to try to stick to 5 to 7 days, because when you stick to 5 to 7 days, you get the bare minimum in. You're most likely going to get 3. You never know. Something might come up. You might have to run out of town, and it may not be a fun, like I won't say fun, but it might not be like a vacation. It could be business or something. You're running around. You don't really have the time like you would like to if you were at home or on a vacation. So if you get those 5 to 7 days, then you're good. You can work those abdominal muscles daily. You can. But some people like to give them a rest. And truth be told, you can give them a rest just like you give all the other areas a rest. Because, sometimes whether you've had an injury or you're just getting started or age or just like mentally you're not ready to do that much yet, you want to do it every other day. You don't have to do like a Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday thing with your abs. Just do it every other day. And some people, again, you've had an injury, especially, you don't want to be sitting on your bottom doing those crunches every day. You definitely want to give your tailbone a rest. Okay, but if you're fit or you have no issues, there's nothing wrong with you doing them every day. Okay, but to do them every other day, it's good as well. Some people, you have to give them a break, because when you're exercising, you want to work those muscles, but you want to give those muscles time to get rid of that lactic acid. So anything that you hear over here, okay, is we don't have YouTube professionals. So we're going to tell you guys to consult your primary care provider, physician, CRNP, certified registered nurse practitioner, PA, physician's assistant, nutritionist, physical therapist, occupational therapist. We have always done it, and we're going to always do it. Okay? We're going to name some people you probably never heard of before. And then we're going to name people that you've absolutely heard of before. But consult your specialty doctors. If you have certain conditions and you see a specialist, you definitely always want to consult your specialist as well. Okay? It's okay. Yeah, you should consult your primary care provider, your nurses, all those people, your trainer, nutritionist, therapist. But you also, if you have any specialty doctors, you want to consult them as well. Joseph Pollard. Okay, got it. Just cut your grass. What the heck? Wait a minute. Donna says Jill got me wanting a salad now. Chick-fil-A Southwestern salad. Oh my goodness, Donna, I thought about one of those today. Like I had a salad yesterday, and sometimes I get in those moods where I want salad like all week, just salad. Romaine lettuce. I want the romaine lettuce. You know, depending on where you get it from, you might not be able to get the romaine lettuce, but I always try to go somewhere where they have the romaine lettuce. But I thought about Chick-fil-A today. So we were thinking about the same thing. Let's see. Donna says, Alice, thank you for coming. Have a safe and wonderful weekend. Yes, Alice, thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate any and everybody who comes through, whether you stay for a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes. You are appreciated. Okay. Thank you, YouTube. We got to say appreciation to YouTube. Okay. We got to say appreciation. We appreciate you, YouTube. Okay. Because we know we fuss a lot. We sometimes fuss, but I try not to do as much fussing. The more and more I learn, the less and less I try to fuss about it. Because fussing doesn't put you in good favor. Fussing does not put you in good favor. So the more and more, you learn, the more and more you try not to fuss about it. But sometimes we're human, we're going to fuss about it. Okay, we're going to fuss about things that don't go our way. And sometimes it's just a cycle, Sometimes it cycles around. Views. For a person to get so many views, it cycles around. Sometimes you're going to be on the low end. Sometimes you're going to be mediocre. Sometimes you're going to be on the high end. So always appreciate it because you want them to appreciate you, especially when you're on the high end, okay? Donna says, after the week I had, I'm not taking life for granted. Praying for you, Donna. Definitely praying for you. She says, I want to lose this stomach. You can do it. You can do it. I think a lot of people start to feel like when they lose fat that they can target it. You can't target lose it. When you lose fat, sometimes you lose it where you least want to lose it. That's the funny part. Where you most want to lose it, seems like that doesn't happen as easy. See, now you can target tone, just like those calf muscles. You can tone those calf muscles, you can tone those arms, you can tone those legs, you can tone those abs. But guess what? Some people get discouraged because once they tone the abs especially, they still see that thickness. You got to get your cardio in. You got to get your cardio in. And if you're not getting in the right amount of cardio, then you're still going to see it. But the abs are sitting under there. They're sitting under there. If you've been doing the things to acquire them, to make them look really nice, sometimes you have to start working more on those calories so that fat can fall off. I see people all the time, they say, they can't lose weight. Like even some slender people, it's like they may have a big stomach or they may be slim and have a big bottom. And if they start to lose any weight, it's like the bottom has so much, they still end up looking skinny because the fat just decides, it just comes off wherever it decides to come off. So, they're like, I would like for my bottom to be a little bit smaller, but when I lose fat, my breast gets smaller. My waist even gets a little smaller, but my bottom stays big. Then you have some people who want that bottom, because come on now, you don't want to lose that booty, okay? You don't want to lose that. So they're like, as soon as they lose weight, they may be okay with whatever they got back there, the junk in the trunk, and they start to lose weight, and they lose the bottom a little bit, but it's okay because maybe their breasts got a little smaller. Maybe their waist got a little smaller. But sometimes the waist is the hard part. But that's okay. You just got to keep trying. And you got to you're doing those crunches, you got to burn that fat because you're just going to have some sore abs every other day. And then if you're not hitting that target heart rate, we have a maximum heart rate according to our age, and then we have a target heart rate. And that target heart rate is where you start to lose your fat. That's where you start to lose your fat. The only downside is you can't say to your waist, fat be gone. You can't say to your bottom, fat be gone. You can't say to your boobs, fat be gone. It's going to come off wherever it comes off. But what you can control is where you tone. So control what you can control. Tone the arms, tone the legs, tone those things and control what you can control. Lions, that Wait a minute. Before beginning any exercise regimen, please contact your primary care provider before any exercise program. Thank you. Appreciate that, Donna. Thank you for putting that in there. Because that's our disclaimer. It's almost like our copyright, 107, okay? Okay? And just to say, nobody over here is giving any professional or medical assessments, diagnoses, treatments, or evaluations, okay? We're just telling you things that work for us, things that work for our friends and families. We're leaving nuggets. We're dropping nuggets, okay? And we're picking up nuggets. We're dropping and picking up nuggets, trying to see what will work for us, okay? Trying to see which things will work for us. Just because it works, if it works for Donna and it doesn't work for me, I may have a coworker that it works for. I may have a family member that it works for. I may have a friend that it works for. So we're just trying to drop nuggets. It's like the copyright says, information, informative, educational, entertainment purposes only. Okay? Google is a wonderful thing. Don't rely on it for everything, but you get you a good resource, you check good, legitimate resources, and the information that you find in here can be fact checked. Okay? It can be fact checked. And it can be factual, but it may not always be factual for any particular individual. Okay? Lion's Pride, that and the Caesar salad are my favorite one. Oh my gosh, I love a Caesar salad. It's something about that Caesar dressing. Boys, it you know the stuff that tastes good is always the most fattening, right? It gives you gray hair and wrinkles. No, I'm not going. Right. Them waist trainers be hurting and they hot. Ooh, I don't understand. Hey, lovely Samara. Hey, Lions in chat. How y'all doing? We doing good. How you doing, Samara? I'm getting rid of these breasts. I need to hit the lottery. Donna, you're going to hit the lottery and you're going to go get the hookup. Donna says, welcome in, lovely Samara. Donna says, I promise after I eat all those Skittles, popsicles, I'm going to get stuff. Donna, not the popsicles. You eating all those popsicles. I want to thank each and every one for joining the live tonight. You could have been anywhere else and you could have been, but you chose to be, okay, to visit with us. Donna says, I sure am. Look, we all got that thing. It's chocolate chip cookies for me. You have to train the taste buds. But I learned, you know, when you're small and you're little, you're growing up, you got that high metabolism. You can eat a half a box of cookies, a half a pack of cookies. You know, not every child, not every young person can do it, but a lot of young people can do that. You know, probably right around the time it's time to go to college, you may not be able to do it as much. Because if you notice, most people, a lot of people, I don't like to say most all the time, but a lot of people who go to college, after that first year, what do? They come back home with that college spread. Okay? They come back home with that college spread. They gained some weight. They've gained some weight. A lot of people do that. They come home with that college spread. They do. So probably around that age, anywhere between like 18, 19. And sometimes some people, you know, they stay away from it and the spread starts around like 20, 21, right before they graduate. And you got some who are fortunate enough that they don't get the college spread. They don't get the college spread. Because everybody's different. Everybody's different. That's why I try not to say most, even if I say a lot. I try to say a lot. Because you can have 2 million people, right? And 700,000 of them can get it. So that's still a lot. By true definition, it's not most, but it's a lot. So I try to use the word lot. I found them the other day. I said, what you know, Skittles are my favorite candy. Thank you, Donna. Watch the legs move. And hopefully you will be motivated to move your own, okay? Move your own. You don't have to do it exactly like I do. You don't have to do it exactly like your neighbor. You don't have to do it exactly like the person at the gym, the person at work who's walking around the building for exercise during lunch. Do it your way. You don't have to think the way that they think. You don't have to think of it in the way that they think. Do it your way. Research. Don't just be too quick to pick up on what somebody else is saying. Because if somebody else is giving false information, do you want to be giving false information? It's just like our teachers and stuff used to say. When Tommy stuck gum under the desk. Are you going to jump off the bridge if Tommy jumps off the bridge? That's what they will ask you. Samara says, I didn't even go to college out of state. And I ate so much cafeteria food, I gained a lot more when the semester was over. That doggone pizza and burgers, fresh off the grill. Samara, don't remind me. Samara, lovely Samara. Look, at the end of the semester, when you're about to get a break, and then, I think a lot of colleges still have it now. Like, where they give you a stipend. Like, see, not just the athletes get stipend now. Mostly everybody gets some type of stipend. Now, of course, these days the athletes are paid, but they will get the bigger stipends because they have to eat. They have to keep those boys and girls physically fit, to perform. But they also had nutritionists. So that was the difference between them and the regular college student. So you would have your stipend, and now you had to be careful with the way that you spent it. But, most of us had stipend money from home. Man, you go in there and you get the freshest pizza. I ain't gonna lie to you. The college campuses, they got the good food. College campuses have the good food. I can't even lie to you. Yes, thank you, Donna. Please do your research. What works for one person might not work for you. Please talk to your primary care professional. Okay, your primary care professional, provider, your nurses, your doctors, okay? Talk to them, all right? And don't automatically assume that all of them know, But for the most part, they do. And the things that they don't know, they know how to get you to the correct people. They definitely know how to connect you with the right people. So do your research, find out what you need to find out. You can always start with something light, making sure that it's light enough that you won't hurt yourself. I tell you guys all the time, go in the kitchen. The canned goods, green beans, can of green beans, can of corn. Work on those wrists. Have you ever been getting your groceries out of the car and you try to do a little bit too much? You try to get too many at one time so you don't have to make another trip. And you pull, especially now with the plastic bags, and you lift about 5 of them, and about 3 to 4 of them are really heavy. 3 to 4 of them are really heavy. Then what? You could put yourself at injury for risk for wrist injury. Put yourself at risk for a wrist injury. Risk and wrist. It's time my tongue. Okay, you put yourself in a sticky situation when it comes to protecting that wrist. So you increased the possibility of a wrist injury. So don't do that. I know it's tempting. It's tempting to grab like 6, 7, 8 bags at a time and try to lug them into the house so that you don't have to go back to the car. Don't do that. It's not good for your wrist. It's not good for your elbow. It's not good for your shoulder. Donna says, Lies, I hate taking groceries out of the car, so I ask for plastic. Then I do the Rachel Ray move. What does Rachel Ray do, Donna? Lovely Samara says, I use reusable bags and still have to take one at a time inside. Yeah, it's best. It's best to do that because trying to take all of those bags, sometimes you're not really even think about the potential for causing an injury. You're just trying to get them in, especially if it's night, especially if you have little kids. When my kids were little, I would just I can remember giving them one bag that was kind of so-so, but they could manage it. And if I gave them 2 bags, they were both kind of light. So I would give them a couple of light bags, give them a so-so bag, and then I would be like, okay, it's like 10 left. And I'm got 5 in one hand, 4 or 5 in the other hand. Then when you get to the door, if you got to open the door, you got to let one of the kids open the door. But if they're too small, you got to think like, oh crap, you got to try to figure out which other bag you can give them to give one hand a little bit more room. Then throw some of those bags in that other hand, and then try and fidget it through and open the door. Try to fidget through and open the door. Okay, welcome back, Jill. Glad to have you back. But lovely Samara, I don't know. Have you guys noticed that though? A lot of places now are going back to paper bags. Some places never stop, but like a lot of the stores, if they don't have the reusable or recyclable bags, or you bring your own, they're starting to go back to paper. Because back in the day, times change, things change, And then you see how it works. And if it works, it works. You keep doing it. If it doesn't work, doesn't mean they stop doing it, but sometimes they'll go back to the old way. Or they create even a newer way. But I remember back when it was always like brown bags. Brown bags. Like and then certain stores start to get like plastic bags. And then they start this thing about it being good for the environment. I think what could the plastic be recycled? I don't know, but it was something about the environment. It was good for the environment, right? So now I'm starting to see people move away from those plastic bags that they thought were good for the environment, which they didn't realize until they started sweeping these oceans and the seas and the waters and rivers and all this, that those bags are getting wrapped around animals' mouths. Just like the sodas, the rings that go around the sodas. Sometimes turtles get trapped up in those things. So I say that to say this: a lot of places are going back to brown paper bags, and if they don't do the brown paper bags, they ask you to bring your reusable bag. They even sell the reusable bags. At Aldi, some people fuss about buying the bags at Aldi, but I don't fuss about it. I mean, I buy a couple up, and then when they wear out after a while, you throw them away. Or I just use the boxes. So when you guys shop at Aldi, do you use the bags, or do you kind of like just put your stuff in a box? Like, I know you push your cart, but sometimes, especially if you don't have a whole lot, you could take the stuff out of the cart and put it in the cardboard box. Lovely Samara says, paper rips too. I hate it. Yeah. Now, see, that's why a lot of people were happy with the plastic. But have y'all noticed now that when you go get only certain people, like Target, for the most part, their bags have sustained. They're still better, the quality of them. Walmart went from decent plastic bags to now you put in anything that another bag, like it could be croutons, say croutons. You put that in there, and before you get home, the croutons have slashed the bag open. They slashed the bag open. So now I see a lot of people going back to paper. And that paper sure will tear on Little Smart, especially if you have the handle. Especially if you get the ones with the handle. But I think the best bags are the reusable ones. What is that cloth made? The stuff that they're made out of, what do they call it? Like some type of woven cloth. Welcome back, Jill. Donna says, Jill, welcome. So what do they call that? That cloth that they make those reusable bags out of. It's some type of woven material. So I like those. The only thing I don't like, which usually doesn't happen unless something accidentally spills, is that they start to get dirty. And you have to throw them away. But they aren't expensive. They aren't expensive. I will say that. They aren't expensive. Yo, is that Spiky? Look who just came into the chat. Hey, Spiky. Welcome back, Spiky. Welcome back, Spiky. Spiky, you be so evasive. You come in. I'm glad to have you because I'm glad to see you, Spiky. Welcome into the chat. Spiky comes in. She gives a little conversation. She says hello. She goes to her channel. She does her little thing. Then she does her big thing. And next thing, she's gone. I'm glad to see you, Spiky. Spiky said, I'll be outside. Laugh out loud. You do be outside, Spiky. You be having fun. You be having fun. I'm glad to see you, Spiky. Hadn't seen you in a long time. I come over there and check on you, though. I come over there and see what you got going on. Spiky says, I got a life for real. I know that's right, Spiky. I know. It's like, Spiky, let me tell you, some of the stuff that goes on these apps, you be like, yeah, damn, like, okay, not no more, not that, And then sometimes you just want to take a break, and sometimes you just like throw that stuff to the side, and whatever you come back, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because it be too much. It be so too much. I'm glad you're having fun, Spiky. Spiky, you always enjoying yourself, though. You always at a concert. You always somewhere doing something that's fun. And that's how you should be. That's how you should be. I remember Spiky, and Spiky was like, this just be too much. This be too much. Jill says, hey, Spiky and lovely Samara. Yeah, I was just telling Spiky I hadn't seen her in so long. I'm glad to have her in the chat. It's been a long time. But Spiky does come back. She comes back, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's good to see somebody. Look, Spiky been, look, Spiky is a day one too. Jill, Spiky, Chef. You know, you miss the people that you see all the time. So you glad when they come back. That's why you got to give them a big welcome. Okay? You have to give them a big welcome. Okay, Donna, I appreciate it. I'm just going to be on for probably another 9 to 10 minutes. Because the wind was blowing, right? And it was feeling good out here. But the wind has let up a little bit. And it's not scorching hot, but it's hot. It's hot. Are you guys under a heat advisory wherever you are? You don't have to say where you are, but are you under like any type of heat advisory or heat warnings or anything? Well, whether you are or whether you aren't, make sure that you're staying hydrated. Okay, make sure that you're staying hydrated. Make sure that you're staying cool. Make sure that you're staying cool and hydrated and not in the sun so much. The sun is good for us, but when we get to those extreme temperatures, you know that's not good. That's not good. So you want to stay safe. You want to stay hydrated. You want to stay cool. Okay? If you feel those lips getting chapped, all right? What did we talk about? Some of the first signs of dehydration. The first and number one itself is thirst. Thirst. Okay? Thirst. Dry lips. Tinting of the skin. So make sure you have enough fluids in you. And then in your fluid intake may need to be increased. Like, you know, during the summer, if you're good about getting 6 to 8 glasses, it probably won't hurt to do 9, 10 if you can. You know, you also get, you know, water from your fruits and veggies. So you can't really just count that per se. You could probably Google it and say something like, how much water is in a medium-sized apple? You know, you could probably do that. Donna, Angel Eye says, hi, Spiky, welcome, welcome. So you could probably do that. Yep, you could probably do that. You can Google how much water is in corn. And you know that it has water. If you don't think that these veggies have water, cut up a squash and throw it in a skillet and put it on low. You don't even have to put much. You don't have to put much in it, but just the squash. And you don't want to burn it up, but put it on low. All right, put your little pat of Smart Balance in there and watch how much moisture that generates. Hey, AJ, Lion's Pride, you have started me to moving every day. Come on, girl, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear, AJ, how you been? I'm fine, a little under the weather. Well, feel better soon. Feel better soon. I don't know, earlier Donna said she had, she had to get her filling. I think she had to get her filling done. So, praying for you and praying for Donna. Praying for everybody. No matter why you're feeling under the weather, no matter what the ailment is or what the situation is, when something hurts, it hurts. So I'm praying that you guys feel better. And it doesn't necessarily have to hurt, but when you just don't feel good. Sometimes people just don't feel good. You're welcome. Oh, that was Angel telling AJ, thank you. Okay, yeah, they don't, sometimes you just don't feel good. You may not even be able to pinpoint it. And that's another reason I say protect yourself in this heat. Protect yourselves in this heat. Stay in as much as possible. Go out when you need to. But when you go out, try to make sure you go in as soon as possible. Do things when it's cooler outside. If you have access to a pool, hey, you can go and do some water aerobics, right? You can go so you get cooled off and get your exercise in at the same time. You can go swimming. So that's just some more cardio that you can do. But keep cool. Do that cardio and keep cool at the same time. Lovely Samara says, pray for me, y'all. Our house can't cool down due to the heat wave and water is bad. Uh-oh. Definitely, 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 lovely Samara. Definitely praying for you as well. Yeah, this heat wave, across the United States. Like I said, there's been all types of heat warnings, heat advisories. You know, some people telling people to stay inside, and then some people have had water issues. And goodness, you never want to have issues with the water, but especially in the summertime, you never want to have water issues, and you especially don't want to have water issues in the summer. Donna says, lovely Samara, I'm praying for you and your family. Yes, notice she's praying for you and your family. Angel says, you're welcome. Angel says, you're welcome, Angel. I hate you're going through this, and I just want to uplift you, hon. Exactly, exactly. That's good, that's good. The heat is dangerous, Donna, right. The heat is very dangerous. So, you know, y'all, sometimes, like, I think every city has that person that it could be 100 degrees outside, and they're walking around with long sleeves on, like a long sleeve jacket, coat, or something. Now, I believe in, certain materials keep you cool. So even some long sleeve materials in the summer can keep you cool. But man, at 100 degrees plus, I ain't trying to see nothing with no long sleeves. I ain't trying to see nothing with no long sleeves. 100 degrees plus, unless it's got an air conditioning system in it, unless it's got a cooling system. There are a lot of different types of cooling fabrics, that can help you to feel cooler. And some of those that provide UV protection, hats and clothing, even the clothing. But if you're going to be walking outside and you walking any an extended distance, not even an extended distance, you could just be walking a strip mall or something. I cannot see long sleeves. No ma'am, no sir, no turkey, no ham. No. Yes, AJ, please stay hydrated and try to keep cool, right, by any means necessary. Use fans. Some places have fan giveaways. And if you need it, guys, make sure that you like you're a person who really needs it. Like you really can't afford it. You need it, your kids need it. Because there are a lot of people who they simply cannot afford to go in the store. Y'all remember box fans used to be like $9.99? I think they're like 20, 24 bucks now. So there are a lot of people who they don't have any AC, or their living conditions, they live in a place that doesn't have great AC. So they have to have fans. And let me tell you, a fan can really do wonders, especially at night, because it's just like now. Yeah, the wind is blowing, but it's still hot. But if you put a fan in the window at night to catch this breeze, your room, you can make one room feel like it's a mini air conditioner. So, if you need it, or if you know someone who needs it, and there are resources in your area, let them know about those resources where people are giving away fans, or they're just opening up facilities in case it's just too hot. It's just like in the wintertime. When it's too cold for anyone to be sleeping outside, some places will go ahead and open up like their community centers, or their any place that they may have like gatherings or theaters or something. They'll open it up for people to come. And some places actually have places just for that, just to help the community when they need it, because it's too cold. So I think it should be like that when it's too hot as well. And I think they do. They offer that resource, like, hey, come on. It's too hot for you guys to be out here, whether you're homeless or not. If you need air, come on in. Let me see. Lovely Samara says, thank you, Angel Eyes. Angel says, AJ, I appreciate you and everyone for checking on me. Yes, Donna, of course. Sometimes, you want to check on people, and but you want to, let people have their space. So sometimes people allow you to have their space, and then some people, they immediately check on you. But either way, it's a blessing to have people who want to check on you and know how you're doing, and how you're feeling. Donna says, lovely Samara, is the compressor fan going around outside? The fire department in some states are giving out box fans. Yep, they sure are. Yeah, so that's good. That's a good thing. So that's good to know. Okay, she said, no, it's not. Donna says, Lovely Samara, did you check the breaker box? Mine did that, and it was the breaker. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's right. You have to do that sometimes. Check the breaker boxes. And if you still have those, some houses have those fuses. Like, I'm talking about the old school ones. Like, I have somebody to come and check that stuff. But like you sometimes you have to check those fuse boxes and the breaker box and stuff like that. Like your hot water, just simple, some not simple, but it's some things that sometimes we call somebody out and make a bill. But that's why I was like, we drop nuggets over here, okay? And that's why the past few days I've been saying, like, we appreciate the men when they come through. Sometimes they give us some, information that we can use, and we give them information as well. But Donna just reminded, Lovely Samara to check her breaker box. Just like when your water is like, it won't get warm. Check your hot water heater if you have a hot water heater. Sometimes that thing gets knocked to the lowest setting by mistake, especially if it's in your laundry room or something like that. So yeah, sometimes it's like it's an accident that something happens, and then you can just check. There are certain things we can check, and it can also sometimes save us a lot of money. Because let me tell you, if your water is not, seems like it's not getting warm, right? And you call the water people, the water and cooling and all that stuff, you call them out, the professionals, they'll go right out there. Some of them are honest, but for the ones who are looking for, because they're going to charge you a good bit just for coming. But then you'll have some, they're like, all it was the hot water heater, had accidentally, the knob was accidentally turned so low, like either on 1 or A. Some of them have A, B, C, D. Some of them have 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all it took was for them to turn that knob. And they probably could have told you that over the phone. I remember, that sometimes, people kind of, even though they could get the business, sometimes people have a good heart. They'll be like, okay, do you have this? Can you go out there and look at it and tell me this? And if you can tell them certain things over the phone, they'll tell you what to do. And a lot of times that fixes the problem. But a lot of these businesses, hey, they're out for money. They're out to make money. And they aren't trying to talk to you over the phone. They're trying to talk no more than, hey, you need us, we're coming. And they get out there, and it could be something really simple, and they charge you so much money for it. Let's see, Samara says, ours is automatically shut off and on. Okay, but I will check the breaker. I have an old-fashioned brake box, but it's been updated. Okay. And so especially if it's old-fashioned, you may be able to, do a little bit more with it as well. Donna says, if it has ice on the coils outside of the compressor where the coils are, then the AC technician has to come out. Yeah, if it has that ice, yeah. Lovely, yes, it should be marked if it's updated. Donna says, Donna's probably, yes, that's why I'm glad I know what to look for. Yeah, and then you can help other people. Girl, you can help other people. You can help, like, men too. Like, I know we say sometimes men drop certain nuggets that we aren't always privy to, and we do the same for them. But sometimes some of the ladies, like I said, ladies know how to change oil in the car. Ladies know how to do a lot more than checking the oil or checking the transmission fluid. They actually know how to fix brakes. They know how to do things. And so sometimes we give each other nuggets. A lot of times you might have started out as a young mom, or not even a young mom, just out on your own, young, maybe in college, or just, you want to be on your own. So 18, you're on your own. And there are a lot of things you had to figure out. You probably had to call your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, or maybe the neighbor, but you figured it out. So those are truly nuggets that you can use to give to other people. You can give those nuggets to other people. Yes, you heard that, Donna. They still popping the fireworks, scared the heck out of Roxy. She jumped up and ran. Okay, I thought you heard the ones that I just heard here. She jumped up and ran. It was so loud, y'all. Oh my goodness. Yes, they probably do it all weekend. That's okay, Jill. That's okay. Tell her we said hello. tell your baby girl we said hello. Your daughter, your grown woman, because y'all know how they are about that, but we call them baby all the time. We're going to call them baby because they'll always be our baby. We can be 150 years old and they can be 130. That's still your baby. That's still your baby. You had to give her more Benadryl? Uh-oh. Yeah, they doing a lot then. They doing the most. They're doing the most. Shoot. I don't know, but some of these people, it's just something about those fireworks. The 4th of July, some of them, the 4th of July and New Year's, some of them, they just take any opportunity to fire off those fireworks. Some people will do it for like Memorial Day, Labor Day, and things like that. But 4th of July and New Year's, especially the 4th of July, they act like they can't let those, oh my gosh, they wear you out with those fireworks. Lovely Samara says, thanks, Angel, for the tips. Yes, that's what we do over here. We gotta help each other out as much as we can. We gotta help each other out as much as we can. You know, I see now Lovely Samara knows if it works for her, that'll be great. But if it doesn't, she has some nuggets that she can give to somebody else. That she can give on to somebody else. So that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to, you know, be positive. If you're bored, good. Because we don't want anything but positivity. And we want to teach, we want to educate, we want to inspire, we want to motivate, we want to uplift, we want to learn. Okay? And as I always say, and as most people know, great teaching inspires further learning. Great teaching inspires further learning. They're still lighting them up over there too, Jill. I bet it's going to go on all weekend. So what's got Saturday, Sunday. And the funny part about it is, okay, the 4th was yesterday. So we can pretty much expect them to go all weekend. But watch, in the middle of next week or the end of the week, you're going to hear somebody shoot off another one or another few. Just watch. Well after the 4th, by the end of next week, into next weekend, you're going to still hear people shooting off those fireworks. Yeah. Angel says, thank you all for the hearts. You're welcome. Jill, how was your salad? Yes, Jill, it's like you can just expect it to happen. You can expect it to happen. This is Thursday, and it didn't, even if it was Monday, by the end of the week, Friday, you'd still be hearing it. By next Monday, somebody somewhere is going to have some left over, and they're not going to want to save them for another holiday. They're just going to want to do it just to be doing something. Do it just to be doing something. Jill says, it was good, Angel. I kind of wish I had some fish or chicken to go with it. I know, right, Jill? I had a salad the other day, and I was like, it was a house salad. And y'all know what? A house salad, a good house salad, that house salad they gave me romaine lettuce. I asked them for it. It didn't come with it, but they gave it to me. So, and they didn't charge extra. Because, you know, they charge extra for everything if they can or if they just feel like it. It had romaine lettuce. It had eggs. It had onions. I don't like the onions in my salad. So it had romaine lettuce. It had eggs. It had croutons. What else was in there? Those, what do you call those little strips? I can't think of the name of it. It's kind of like, I can't think of the name of it. They taste good too. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Those little brown strips, the little bitty skinny strips, not the tortilla strips. It's, oh my gosh, it's the tortilla. They had tortilla chips as well. Those are good. I love those, and they were lime flavored too. So they had eggs, and it was a house salad. I brought that thing home and threw some shrimp in it. I brought it home and threw some shrimp in it. It was so good. And that salad was just like $5. Okay, Donna, I got to give Rossi. Okay, be right back. It sounds like they doing so much. Oh my goodness, they doing too much. I'm telling you, today is just the day after. So yeah, they're gonna cut up all weekend. I wish there was a way you could put, can you put earplugs? Can dogs wear earplugs? I wish there was a way she could get Roxy some earplugs. I wish there was a way she could get some earplugs. Because that would be good. That would be good. Yeah, it feels so good out here. I just want to just stand outside for a little while because it feels so good. She ran upstairs. I got to wait until she comes back. She ran upstairs, Donna. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're scaring Roxy. Poor Roxy. Poor Roxy. Girl, these people, I don't know. They go up and buy up all these fireworks. Some of them buy up enough to they buy up enough for about a week. For real, for real. That's why that's why they're still shooting them and firing them off like a whole week later. That's crazy. That is crazy. Girl. Yeah, that's crazy. But I thank you guys for coming over here. I appreciate you coming in the chat because, again, as I always say, you could be doing anything else. And some of you guys are doing other things. You're multitasking. As moms, as women, mom or not, we learn to multitask quickly, early, right? We learn to multitask. And just multitasking is a big task in itself. Being able to do several different things. Because a lot of people can't do all these different things at one time, okay? And sometimes they'll tell you, shoot, when I start to get overwhelmed, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I can only do so many things at one time, okay? So when you're multitasking and you decide to allow me to be one of the tasks, if it's for a few seconds, a few minutes, the entire live, part of the live, I appreciate it because you didn't have to do it. So whether you watched, whether you dropped in the comments, whether you subscribed if you haven't subscribed, or whether if you did none of that, if you just came in and looked a little bit, say you're not ready to subscribe, I appreciate you watching for a minute. So you can support in so many ways. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? If you haven't already. And once you subscribe, another thing you can do is tap that bell to get all notifications. Because a lot of times people subscribe, but they don't want to tap all. Okay? So that's another form of support. Drop down in the chat and say something. Say hello if you would like. If not, just you watching is one of those ways of supporting. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you while you're doing other things, allowing my live to be a part of that. Participating in the live. And if you don't drop down, I understand. I truly understand why. I get it. I get it. I get it. But we try to be okay. Okay, we try to keep a good environment. We try to, you come in being positive, you're welcome. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for joining the live tonight. We hope you enjoyed the live. Thank you so much tonight. Have a wonderful weekend. Yes. Thank you, Jill. Thank you all for being here with us tonight and supporting Lions Prize channel. Come back and join her again soon. Y'all wrapped it up. Y'all wrapped it up in a bow. You wrapped it up. Did you use one of Roxy's bows? Donna, did you use one of Roxy's bows? And y'all know Jill know how to wrap it up. Because Jill is fine in that kitchen. So she knows how to give a good wrap up, okay? Thank you, Jill. Enjoy your weekend. You guys enjoy your weekend. You all don't let people bother you. Okay, however you choose to do your thing, be yourself, be true to you. Don't let people bother you. Don't let people be bothered by the things that you do and don't be bothered by the things that they do. Okay? Don't let people stress you out. Try to avoid extra stress at all costs because we all have stress, right? We all have a stressor at some point in time. Sometimes it's not as much, sometimes it is. So we just have to be respected and be respectful. Be respected, hopefully, and be respectful. All right? Don't allow people to pull you into places that you don't want to be, into a misery zone or any other kind of zone that's not happy. A misery lounge or misery. I said zone because I'm thinking about Jill. I'm thinking about Jill's comfort zone, but any other kind of place that you're not happy, okay? Get out of there. Get out of there. GYGAG. Get your grip and go. GYGAG. Get your grip and go. All right? So don't go into those places. If you find yourself in those places, remove yourself. You don't owe anybody anything. The only thing that you can give a person is understanding. And sometimes that's not even wanted. So you just have to move in a way that's suitable for you, in a way that has worked for you. Support the people who support you and support the people who don't even know you. Because what do we say? Please support good, positive content. A lot of times it gets the least support. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. And thank you for joining. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. It's Saturday. I don't know. I might get like Spiky. Spiky said she'd be outside. Y'all see she came in and she said a few words and she dipped. Got a little Spiky. Thank you for coming through, Spiky. If you still hear this. Angel says, lovely Samara, I pray they fix your AC and water. Yes, yes, yes. I pray that they fix her AC and water. Angel, Donna, I hope that your tooth gets to feeling better. And what else was it? It was what did AJ say? I can't, let me see. I don't want to leave anybody out. And please tell these people need to leave those fireworks alone so Rossi can be okay. Where's AJ? It's been a minute since she was in here. Let me see. She said she was feeling under the weather. That's what it was. I couldn't remember exactly, but she was feeling under the weather. So we're praying that AJ feels better. We're praying that Donna feels better. And we're praying that lovely Samara gets everything straightened out. And that she's cool, nice and cool before we know it. Okay? Because it is too hot to be going through stuff like that. All right? It's too hot. And thank you to my moderators. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Donna. Thank you guys for coming in, being in here, hanging out with me. And moving the chat along. We have to tell, as content creators, I have to remember, you always have to say you appreciate your mods. Show them appreciation. Show your subscribers appreciation. And like I always say, show YouTube appreciation. No matter what you go through on there, it's their platform. They're allowing us to have some time on it. So show them some appreciation too. Donna says, AJ, please feel better. Praying for you, beautiful. And thank you. Always my pleasure, friend. Have a wonderful weekend. You guys have a wonderful weekend as well. And hopefully they'll be done with these fireworks. Hopefully they run out real soon. Like maybe they'll just shoot them up and they'll be done. And YouTube, we're talking about fireworks, okay? We're talking about fireworks. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.